Rosie O'Donnell has clarified that she has no love lost for The View and has no desire to return to the show. She also has a long-running beef with Whoopi Goldberg from her time on the show. Fans have mostly speculated about the feud. Rosie recently opened up about her problems with Whoopi and The View. Here is what Rosie had to say and what her problem is with her former co-host. Rosie O'Donnell explains feud with Whoopi Goldberg. Rosie O'Donnell, 61, was a guest on the latest episode of Brooke Shields' podcast, Now What? The two talked about her time on The View. To no one's surprise, Rosie didn't hold back when asked her thoughts on the show. Rosie started working on the daytime talk show in 2006. She claimed the show favored certain cast members. The one name she specifically mentioned was Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Rosie also claimed that the show was not really focused on women's voices, but on the voice of a white male cis producer named Bill Getty. However, Rosie O'Donnell then targeted one of the current hosts, Whoopi Goldberg. Rosie said she walked off the show because of Hasselbeck, but she returned later and worked with Whoopi. That didn't work out well either. Rosie said that it surprised her when she clashed with Whoopi on several topics. In the end, Rosie left again and said she might have been the villain in the situation, but she is okay with that. What did Whoopi Goldberg and Rosie O'Donnell clash about? According to Rosie O'Donnell, one thing she clashed with Whoopi Goldberg about was the Bill Cosby rape case. This came after The View chose not to talk about the Rory Kennedy documentary about Abu Ghraib and the alleged torture by the United States. After this, Whoopi also refused to talk about the Bill Cosby rape allegations, shocking Rosie. While Cosby ended up going to prison, Whoopi refused to discuss the topic completely. This finally led to ABC letting Rosie go in 2007 by ending her contract. The discussion with Brooke Shields isn't the first time that Rosie has talked about her feud with Whoopi Goldberg. Back in 2020, Rosie told Howard Stern that Whoopi didn't like her from the start. In their very first episode together, Rosie cut to a commercial where the producers were signaling Whoopi to do it. Rosie O'Donnell said she never saw them signal Whoopi, and it was an accident. However, Rosie said, from day one, she was upset. Also, in Raman Situta's book, Ladies Who Punch, The Explosive Story of The View, Rosie spoke to the author and said, Whoopi Goldberg was mean as anyone has ever been on television to me, personally, while I was sitting there. Rosie said she sees it herself when she sees clips from old episodes with them, and she knew she had to get out of there. I'm not fighting with Whoopi Goldberg. I have no desire to, she told Stern. Are you surprised at all the hatred and vitriol between Rosie O'Donnell and Whoopi Goldberg? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.